Telly Savalas was an actor and singer who had a long, prolific career over 4 decades long. His iconic deep voice and bald head made him instantly recognizable across a variety of films and TV shows. Most famously, he's known for playing the role of Lieutenant Theo Kojak in the hit television show Kojak, which ran from 1973 to 78. Upset by the cancellation of the show, which had seen a decline in ratings, Telly Savalas was overjoyed to learn he had a chance to continue playing the role between 1985 and 90 in a series of TV movies. While his work on Kojak earned Savalas an Emmy as well as 2 Golden Globes, that's not all he was known for. He also played the archvillain of James Bond in On Her Majesty's Secret Service and was nominated for both an Academy Award and Golden Globe for Best Supporting Actor in the 1962 film Birdman of Alcatraz. This man of many talents didn't just find work as an actor, however. Telly also released a cover of the song If by Bread, and his iteration of the song quickly soared to a #1 single in the UK in 1975. His resonant voice captured audiences all over the world, earning him a reputation for being quite versatile in show business. It took the talented actor many years to discover his true talent. A combination of grim life experiences and personal tragedy helped shape him into the man he became, but it was a long and winding road. In today's video, we're going to take a look at some of the detours Telly Savalas took before becoming the amazing actor we all know him as today, as well as the tragic circumstances that eventually led to his death. He was a strong advocate for water safety. Telly Savalas had a lot of different jobs before he eventually became an actor. After graduating high school in New York, he got a job as a lifeguard. He had a lifelong love of swimming and wanted to help keep others safe. One day, a man who'd gone to the pool with his 2 sons began drowning. Savalas pulled him from the water and tried to resuscitate him, but it was no use. He was unable to save the man's life, and his heart broke as he watched his 2 sons crying over his body, asking him to wake up. It was a horrifying day for Savalas, and he knew he wanted to prevent as many water-related deaths as he could. Throughout his life, he was a huge advocate for water safety, as he had first-hand experience with how deadly a fun afternoon in the pool could be. Telly would go on to have 6 children, all of whom he enrolled in swimming lessons as soon as possible. The truth behind his baldness. One of Telly Savalas' defining physical features was his bald head. Early on in his career, Telly began going through male pattern baldness, and in 1965, he decided to end it early. After landing the role of Pontius Pilate in The Greatest Story Ever Told, he shaved his hair off because he felt it fit the role quite well. He ended up realizing he rather preferred how he looked completely bald and kept the look. He was a renowned poker player. In 1985, Savalas entered a poker tournament because he wanted to get a better understanding of one of his roles as an actor. What started out as a little bit of research soon turned into a lot of fun, and before long, he realized he was quite good at poker. He even made it to the 1992 Poker World Series and finished in 21st place. He also loved reading, golfing, collecting luxury cars, and motorcycle racing. He was truly a man of many talents. He jump-started Howard Cosell's career. Before becoming an actor, Savalas began studying radio and TV production at the Armed Forces Institute. After that, he began hosting ABC News as well as his own radio show, and before long he was executive and then senior director at ABC. One day he saw that a man named Howard Cosell had applied for a job for the Gillette Cavalcade of Sports, which Savalas was overseeing. He thought Cosell looked competent enough and decided to hire him. Little did he know, he was the first person to ever hire Howard Cosell, who would later become one of the most legendary broadcasters in the world. While Savalas left behind an amazing legacy, he died in 1994 at age 72. Stick around until the end of the video where we'll reveal the tragic circumstances that led to his death. And if you're enjoying this video so far, make sure you give it a like and subscribe to Facts Verse if you haven't already. The origin behind Detective Kojak's lollipop. Telly's most famous role, Detective Kojak, is well remembered for constantly having a lollipop. Savalas came up with the idea while filming the 8th episode of the first season. He decided to experiment with a prop, and when he was asked why on earth he decided on a lollipop, he said it was a substitute for cigarettes. The character was most often seen smoking, but Savalas knew his character so well, he decided that Detective Kojak was trying to cut back on smoking a bit, so he introduced a lollipop as a way to curb his habit. Privately, however, Telly had a huge sweet tooth, so part of the reason he brought the lollipop on set was to indulge in his cravings for candy. He was the godfather of Jennifer Aniston. Telly Savalas became close friends with John Aniston. The two shared a strong Greek heritage and their love of acting. Aniston joined the TV show Days of Our Lives and began starring on other shows since then. Telly Savalas used his power as a famous actor to ensure Aniston even got a few roles, such as on Kojak. In 1969, John had a lovely daughter named Jennifer, and he and his wife Nancy decided to name Telly as the Godfather. Of course, Jennifer Aniston would later go on to become a world-renowned actor, producer, and businesswoman. His tragic death. Telly lived a long and interesting life. Not only did he have a prolific career as an actor, he also got involved in numerous hobbies and other careers like lifeguarding, motorcycle riding, and poker. Sadly, his life came to an end January 22, 1994. He had been quietly suffering from bladder and prostate cancer and succumbed to his illness surrounded by friends and family. Telly's widow, his two ex-wives, his children, and many former co-stars, including John Aniston and Jennifer Aniston, attended his funeral. After 4 decades of work as an actor, as well as inspiring people all over the world with his many talents and sonorous voice, Telly Savalas was laid to rest in Forest Lawn Hollywood Hills Cemetery. Telly Savalas was one of the most interesting actors to have ever graced the screen.
Meow, baby.
He was known for a variety of talents and ended up going down a lot of different career paths throughout his life. Were you more surprised to learn he was unable to save a man's life and became an advocate for water safety? Or that he helped start Howard Cosell's career? Let us know in the comments section below. And before you go, make sure you give this video a like and subscribe to Facts First if you haven't already. Click the bell icon to stay updated on all our latest content.
Who loves you, baby? I do.